Because we contribute a lot in terms of our culture. Maybe you're missing some gap. And the second question would be the issue concerning the gap in the media. Have you tried to come to media houses and interact, discuss about nutrition with the media people? Because we may not come to you, but have you tried to come to us? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's Julius Mumza from Church of Uganda Family TV. My concern is one, you are talking about nutrition, but we have seen in some scenarios when these young entrepreneurs that try to make value addition, they tend to bring products when they have removed all the nutrients. For instance, these days they promote organic foods. As they do some value addition, what they do to make sure that these nutrients really remain original for the people's consumption.
And the related one, it's about sensitizing the public. Really, I think you need to go back to the grassroots, talk to the community about nutrition, because really, we only care about matoke, about cassava, but we lagging behind in terms of nutrition. So I think you need to do some interactions and discussions.
There's another issue of chemicals on these nutrients foods, for instance, the vegetables. We have the challenge, the government has them ban some of the chemicals that are sprayed on some vegetables because they're harmful to the human health. What steps are putting in place to ensure that at least people consume good food without these chemicals?
Thank you. Let me first answer those. Okay, that's the last one, then I will have another round.
Maybe from me, you said about 70% can't afford health foods, and yet Uganda spends money on issues of nutrition. Well, from Awan, have you tried to interest yourselves in surveying some of the regions being affected by malnutrition? If yes, you can kindly tell us some of the regions.
Okay, thank you very much. I will start with a question that says, why women? And yet men feel they have a very big contribution. We thank you very much, men, for having a very big contribution in owning mainly the main resource that helps us to have production. They have the land, they have, the men have the land and they can easily access the finance. But the 70% of women wanted to leverage on that, where women are 70% who are involved in agriculture. We thought if we could shape them better, that 70% can shape better the nutrition. Because we know that those women are involved in production, weeding, drying, up to bringing the food on the table to make sure that either a family takes nutritious meal or not. I don't know how many men here decide on what we are going to eat for dinner. It's us that decide what we are going to eat for dinner. So we thought that as an organization also we are female focused. It's a women organization. Membership is 100% women. But in projects we touch also some men. Leave alone that, we know that if we shape the conversation around impacting those 70% women that are already in agribusiness, we will achieve a healthy meal. Then about the gap in the media, whether we have discussed with anyone, we have discussed with the media before, and we are again discussing with so many media houses here that can we do something about it. I think I met Isaac at Next Media, and we were discussing around how we can shape the conversation around this. That is why he is here. And we have been discussing with also some other media houses around it, and we are continuing to urge you, now that you're here, invite us to have deeper discussions around nutrition. The other question is about destroying nutritional content within a product in trying to add value. Yes, it has been happening, even among our ladies here, it has been happening because Ugandans wake up in the morning and tomorrow they are learning how to make flour from another person who is already making flour, not knowing there's enough information. So what we have done to reduce that, we are working with the government, Makerere University, we are working with URI to make sure that there is innovation around production without destroying the nutritional content. We can only do that as together with government and other agencies to make sure we realize that, and we have realized that in that project. So sensitizing the public, the grassroots public about nutrition, we have been doing that right from the refugee settlements in West Nile. We have sensitized people in Teso region, in Karamoja, about the importance of nutrition, and we are not doing it alone. Ministry of Health is always doing it, and other development agencies, and our donor, GAIN, Global Alliance for Improved Nutrition, they have been doing that in Uganda. We are doing it with them, and we are continuously doing that. So the other issue that someone asked was about chemicals that are used in production. That is why we are working with entrepreneurs to make sure that they work with farmers right from production level. We are working with them to make sure that we develop proper outgrower scheme for them so that they understand what the farmers use from production level. Actually, the agro inputs are not dangerous, but the farmers do not know how to use those chemicals, because you will see they are using a fungicide when they are about to harvest. What a farmer needs is sensitization on pre-harvest interval. When I use this fungicide, after how long should I harvest? That is the gap that is missing, and that information is with these entrepreneurs. They can give it to the farmers because they are empowered. And 73% cannot afford a healthy meal. Have we done a survey? Do you know where it is happening? These 73% cuts across the whole country, not affording a nutritious meal. It's happening here in Kampala, it's happening in the West, but it is worse in Teso region, it is worse in Karamoja, it is worse in refugee areas of West Nile. So that is where the worst problem is, but there's also a problem here. Some people not affording a health meal affects us differently. It can make us obese, it can make us malnourished. So don't think us who are here, we are okay or safe. We can be here, either we are obese or we may not look malnourished, but we can be obese. Thank you very much.
Can I pass on a question, please? Thank you.
Okay, the last one.
Okay.
Yeah.
We all understand that our kids spend most of their time at school, and at school, you know, the food they feed on, it's usually posho and beans. How are we going to, you know, as nutritionists, as a one, how are we going to tap into our schools where our kids go for, you know, for school to improve the diet there? And, you know, that's part of nutrition, right? And then storage. We also understand that storing, the way we store our foods affects the nutrients in the foods that we take. For example, some time back I was reading an article about apples. There are usually stickers on apples that show that this apple is good for consuming and this one is not good. But
in Ugandan market, in our supermarkets, these apples are sold. How are we looking at that? Storage and then stickers on our foods. And maybe also about GMOs, because they actually affect our foods.
Yeah, thank you, Isaac, for your question. I'll start with the schools not affording or not reaching the nutritious foods. The solution lies with our 200 women that we have empowered to make sure that we have the network is created up to the institution level. And they have also been empowered to make small portions that are affordable for schools. So some are already in schools, and we are urging more, because going in schools or institutions, it's not easy. It requires more investment. It requires a lot. So already they have information on how they can go in schools by reducing portions, by making sure that they reach down there, they work with networks, create maybe agents. They have that information. It's just strengthening it with some gaps that are there to be solved, and they are out there in schools. Then about storage, also the information has been given to the farmers and the 200 women. They are aware about what can cause something wrong to the, especially like those people that are in groundnuts, aflatoxins can be very stubborn. So they have received trainings about post-harvest handling and storage, and more has to be done. We have done just a portion. That's why we are calling upon you to put the information out there so that more partners are on board, government is on board, to make sure that that gap is solved. About GMOs, of course, producing organic foods using chemicals and doing GMOs, it has, I think Uganda has not welcomed the GMOs issue. The issue in Uganda is more about chemicals and preserving the right seed to have right planting materials to be able to have better food. I think GMOs, it's a conversation, but they are not yet so much here.
Before we conclude, which government has played its role in this issue of nutrition?
Okay, I'm not talking on behalf of government, but I know there are interventions that have been put there to deal with malnutrition. But as I have said in my conversation, it is dealt with as an emergency in most cases. When there's a death in Karamoja, government is there to do that. But also, there are some interventions that I see in hospitals where they are providing nutritious meals for the babies, and also NDP4 highlights the targets that the government needs to achieve around nutrition. But I think that it is affected at implementation level. There are policies that are talking about how we should achieve, but then implementation is still the challenge, and it's us that will trigger the government to make sure that it is implemented the way it is highlighted in the policies and in our NDP4. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joyce. And so the next item on the agenda, we are going to hear from one of our partners. I mean, Joyce has said that this is a consolidated effort.
I'm sorry, I forgot to recognize our donor. Can I go back? Before the funding is taken away. At this moment, I would like to recognize Barbara from Global Alliance for Improved Nutrition. I just hinted on you being here, but I officially welcome you in this room. And thank you very much for supporting us and supporting the women here in the room and supporting this event. Thank you very much.
Thank you. On that note, like I was saying, we've been told that this is a consolidated effort. So we have the partners, we have the entrepreneurs, we have Awan. So we're going to hear from these different stakeholders. And next up, we're going to hear from our founder, our donor. Barbara is going to speak on behalf of Global Improved Nutrition for Health. So Barbara, you're welcome to take the floor and speak to us.
Nutrition. This is our logo. I work there as a project manager for the project called Vegetables for All. Under it, we have a component of support of SMEs. These are the people that bring products to us in different forms. Someone might say, we are talking about vegetables for all, and then you are telling us about now fruits, you're telling us about everything. But GAIN is focusing mainly to see that we consume nutritious foods, especially the most vulnerable ones. Those are the women, the youth, the elderly. The men also starting to say, why are you forgetting us? And it's true. So we are doing that in different formats, and supporting of SMEs is one of them. Because 80% of the food we consume is controlled by the small-scale enterprises. I'll give a very good example. If you consume posho, I'm sure many of us don't buy the one of Mandela, isn't it? Let's be honest. So you only buy the posho that is being processed by someone who's next to you, anyone who is having any meal or a shop next to you. That means that 80% of the food you consume is controlled by them. Either by growing it, those are the farmers, either by transporting it, those are the wholesalers, or people, or transporters, or the finished product which is being used, which we are seeing now. So it's evident that GAIN has to work with different partners that have access to big companies or small-scale enterprises like Awan. GAIN has the word alliances. We believe we cannot reach everyone in terms of nutrition, because everyone eats, right? Isn't it? Isn't it? Everyone eats. So how do we make sure everyone has the same information? And I'll give you see that Uganda, we have, right now it's even raining. We have very good climate. We have many abundance food. We have very good food which is available. But when you go to nutrition side and you see the figures, you really feel very bad. The same country that has food, 26% of our children are stunted, and 3% are wasted on the side of undernutrition. When you come to micronutrient deficiency, 53% of the children lack iron, and 32% of women lack iron. The same applies to vitamin A. Why do we have all these figures, yet we have the food available? And when we go now, before undernutrition was overtaking overnutrition, but now when we come to the urban centers like Kampala, we are seeing 18% of women are becoming obese. They are becoming overweight, and 9% are obese. That shows that nutrition is a very big gap. And sometimes in many programs, they put it as a cross-cutting issue. But we want to change that narrative. It's no longer a cross-cutting issue. It's a very big problem. Because if you are stunted, that same effect goes up even when you are older. In which way? Your development, your brain development is even affected. That shows that our human development capital is also being affected. We have the working class, like all of us here are working. But you find yourself either you lack a micronutrient deficient, they always say 3. 1 in 3 is always affected by those different malnourished, either diseases or what. So what are we saying? It's a problem, but let us stop calling it a problem of others. What is government doing? What is others doing? Let's call it, what are we doing together? We believe you, a media group, you play a very big role in ensuring people get the right information that will empower them to change their behaviors and consume the right foods. We did a study, there's a study you can Google it and see. That's 86% of all the communications are for the unhealthy food. Guess who is communicating? Us. No one else. It's not government, it's us. You understand? So we need alliances. We need to build alliances with everyone who can share this information for people to consume the right foods. And I call upon everyone to come and join us on the Uganda'S Expo that is happening on 30th of this month at RUMEES, where we are going to call everyone to come in the same room. We have already 150 exhibitors, and those are our SMEs with these products. And we've called the public. We want to share nutrition in a more interesting way, the easiest way. How can I make my nutrition plate better? As simple as that. And that expo will answer that. We call upon the public, come and join us, come and enjoy. The cultural performances are there, cooking demos will be there, and also the entertainment will be there. We don't want to make you sit in class, learn nutrition, no, because nutrition is cultural, it's entertainment, that is make it fun, and everyone will be happy. Thank you so much, God bless you.
Thank you so much, Barbara, for speaking to us. We are very honored to have you. Thank you.
Any question? Amanya gange mtima Barbara Balungi nkola n'ekitongole ekitibwa Global Alliance for Improved Nutrition. Ekitongole kino kyawannakyewa nga kyagala okufaayo bakifaayo okulaba nga bannayuganda tulya emmere egasa erimu ebirungo ebigasa omubiri gwaffe. Ebirungo ebyo ojja kwesanga emmere eyo tugirina mu bungi, naye emmere eyo tugirima oba tugikolamu naye okugirya mu butuufu bwayo kikyatulema, kubanga ebintu ebyo bwe byegendereza obulungi birina kye biranga ku bintu ebirala. Osanga abaana abafe, abaana abato, omugigi omuto gwe tulina nga bitundu 26 ku 100 tebakula nga bwe balina kukula. Ate abaana 10 bokka o 10% be balya ebirungo ng'omubiri gwabwe gwe bikola ki gwe byetaaga. Tugenza okiraba ate nga n'abantu n'omugenyo nako gufuuse ekizibu, oba n'omubiri gwo nga bwe gukula osanga nga ebirungo ebigwetaaza nga ayoni okuba ng'olina omusaayi ogumala nga zinc oba n'ateekamu ebirungo ebigasa omubiri gwe. N'obanga mu myaka egijja eyo mu maaso togenda kubanga olwala. Tulabye nti abantu abasinga abali mu myaka gino egikola olw'okuba otuula ku desiki emmere teriiwo. Tubizudde nti abantu 3 omu ku bo alina ekizibu era kya kansa oba kya pressure oba kya diabetes. Lwaki? Emmere gy'oba okola ki? Olya. Tukukubiriza lya emmere gye bayita balanced diet. Tuddeyo mu P1 ng'esiwani ya balanced diet bwe yabeera. Kubeereko envendiirwa, kubeereko ebibala, kubeereko proteins ne mu butono bwabyo, n'emmere etuwa amaanyi nga nayo ntonotono ddala. neyanziza nnyo
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. So next on the agenda, we're going to hear from the entrepreneurs because they are part of the stakeholders. They are giving us food because, as we all know, in this day and age, most of us don't have gardens. We eat from what the entrepreneurs have put on the market. So we have entrepreneurs here amongst us. They have nutritious products that they have brought. And so I'm going to request one by one of them. They'll have like 5 minutes, tell us about their products. They'll tell us what nutrition issue they are solving. And they will also tell us about its availability, accessibility, and affordability. So we'll start with Eunice. We'll start with you, and then we'll go around the room. So welcome, Eunice. She's going to talk about the products, and we'll learn from her what she has to say about nutrition. So the people that are feeding us. You can start there.
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, I think. I'm here. I'm not representing, but I'm a sole proprietor of Divine Touch Confectionery and Bakery Limited, a company that started with baking 29 years ago. And as we continued baking, we focused more on designs and shapes. But with my son's background, I decided also to start putting in some science in the baking of my cakes. At the same time, not so much on nutrition, though it was, but on storage, choice of ingredients, and so on and so forth. But as time passed by, I realized that, of course, with the flooding of the market, even my workers started baking, everybody became a competitor, which was very positive. So I thought of something new. What should I bring with my knowledge and blessing? What should I bring on board? So I looked around, and in 2014, one of my clients emphasized, in fact demanded, for gluten-free products. Now, gluten-free products are those that don't have the protein, gluten protein, which is found in wheat, and discovered that most people were suffering silently with gluten intolerance and celiac disease. Now, that is a kind of condition that doesn't accommodate that, the stretchability. When you put and heat wheat and you stretch it, so that stretchability is contributed by gluten protein, which is natural. So most of the stomachs were not accommodating it. So as time went on and COVID struck, I hibernated and started thinking about what can I bring on board that can bring a gluten-free product. So we looked around, looked at cassava. I read about cassava. I did, by the way, I did home economics, diploma and degree, so my nutrition, and I biased in nutrition. So I went on seeing the availability of cassava as a raw material was not so much. And with those glycosides, they have compounds that make them bitter. So I refrained from that. When I looked at millet, most of those grains, I refrained from them. Then came through a conversation about the matoke. So I went and researched about what Professor Muranga was researching about matoke. So I found a missing link, and that was the peel. Now the peel has, as the Waganda say, ekiriisa ky'obutonde. they are natural components. They are called phytochemicals. They are found naturally in the plant. And to make it simple, like the tannins. For you who deal in tea, when you make tea and put it in a cup, you find the coating around the cup. Now those are tannins. When you peel matoke, you see the sap. What makes it bitter? Those are the tannins. And I discovered that they are nutritious in one or the other. But I started doing experiments, and that was far away 2021. So during COVID, I started reading. I have a science background. I started reading, doing research about the peel and the pulp. So I discovered that the pulp had a very, very important ingredient or important nutrient, and that is called resistant starch. Now those of you who have crushed a raw banana, and when it dries, that starch you see is called resistant starch. And why is it called resistant starch? It is, and by the way, it is 50 to 55% in a raw matoke. I want to use the word matoke, allow me. So resistant starch is the kind, according to biology, starches are digested right from the mouth in an alkaline medium. But this one resists digestion up to the end of the large intestines. So imagine the food is being digested and the starch is sitting there. So meaning it delays the digestion. At the same time, it increases it curbs the sugar absorption, and by the time it is done, it goes to the large intestines, and it becomes food for our good bacteria called microbiota or microbes. So microbiomes. So that good bacteria is fed by the resistant starch, and that is the most important ingredient in this product. Now, the resistant starch is very good for gut health. And by the way, I heard Madam talking about nutrition, malnutrition, and so on and so forth. If you don't clean and maintain your gut, everything else will have issues. Because there is a relationship between the gut and the brain, the gut and the liver, the gut and the digestive system, the gut and all other organs in the body. So once the gut is not catered for, there is no absorption. However good food you eat, it will be just thrown out. It will not be assimilated. Now, coming to this product. This product includes the pulp, etoke, jebawase, and the peel, echikuta. And we have both benefits from the peel and from the pulp. It has high, and by the way, it is a certified product, UNBS, Uganda standards 983, and they have found that there is a lot of potassium, magnesium, manganese, sodium, a little bit of iron, a little bit of protein, a little bit of fat, and more of the carbohydrate, the resistant starch. Now, and they have discovered the phytochemicals, the flavonoids, the carotenoids, the anthocyanins, all those are in here. And what do those do? They help in the skin, in the functioning of the organs or in our body, and also cleansing of our alimentary canal. And then it has Yeah, it has a very low glycemic index. What does that mean? It means when you eat this product in whatever form, and in fact it is even more better to eat it raw. So we double. We eat it cooked, at the same time raw, compared to wheat and other cereals, other maize or millet. Millet you have to cook, you can't eat it raw. But this one, you can lick it, you can put it in tea, you can put it in yogurt, you can put it in smoothies. So it has that advantage. And when you cook it, you denature the resistant starch. But that is why when you cook, make sure it doesn't take long and it should be below 40 degrees. I don't know how you can, maybe just a little bit of simmering if you're making porridge, so that you maintain at least a good quantity of resistant starch, which is very good for our gut. Now, because of the low glycemic index, it suppresses, it reduces, or it controls sugar levels. It controls sugar levels. Anyway, my time is up, but nevertheless, green toke is a good product for most of our foods, and I would like to request that whoever would be interested can have a test and can have a sample. We are going to be exhibiting on the 30th and 1st, and I'll be having some cookery lessons. Thank you very much. It's a new product and with a long story. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. All right, we have the second person. We're going to keep them a bit short because we're running out of time. So the next speakers, you'll have just 5 minutes. You have like 5 minutes to just talk about your product, chap.
Correction, the CEO of Such Innovations Uganda Limited. We are located in Setamkono municipality, and we deal in mushroom value chain. In mushrooms, we do have the spawn and also the dried mushrooms, the mushroom tea bags, powdered mushroom, and mushroom porridge. Also the mushroom snacks that are ready to eat. So way back in 2016, I'm a social worker by profession, but my mother just bought one garden just to feed the father. So when my father was eating these mushrooms, I saw that the cancer cells were really deteriorating, so I had to learn more about mushrooms, and that is how I began growing mushrooms. And on my way growing mushrooms, I decided to make it a full business. And here I am, whereby I'm having mushrooms dry and mushroom tea bags. Mushrooms, as you see, that they are truly organic. We only use water to feed them. Once you put on too much water, they rot. Once you put on too little water, they dry out. So it is only water that goes on the mushrooms. There is no additive on the mushrooms. As we are moving on with mushrooms, mushrooms are anti-aging, they are antioxidants, they are antioxidants. With mushrooms, we revealed that they also suppress the cancer cells and also the diabetic cells. So they are good and highly nutritious for all people who are ailing. Ailing people are always asked to use mushrooms as something that they can add to their diets. We look at mushrooms as being organic, whereby even the children, the elderly, the youths can adopt this business. And in our way as Such Innovations Uganda Limited, we are trying to source farmers who can really come to us also to produce this type of mushroom.
because we are in oyster mushrooms and also button mushrooms. So with that, we've also created a such mushroom producers association to see that members in mushroom growing, mushroom industry are really in the business and are also ready to market everywhere. Because right now we've been local here in Uganda, but we want even to export our mushrooms so that we earn revenue in Uganda and also increase incomes on our people. As we look at the affordability, our mushrooms are packed in 50 grams, 1 kilograms, and also the 25 grams, so they are affordable to each and every person in Uganda. When we look at our tip bags, they are packed in the 12 packets, 25 packets, and also 50 packets. Looking at each and everybody in Uganda who can afford this, because these tip bags are caffeine free. They are organic and they are good for the vegans. So we urge each and everybody to adopt mushrooms. You can also find us on our website, that is Search Innovations Uganda. You can also find us at such offices. Those are located behind Seta High School main campus in Seta Mukono. And looking at where we sell our mushrooms, so far right now, we are in Mega Standard Supermarket at Garden City, Paris Corner in Mukono, and also Midwest Supermarket. So we thank you all and we welcome you all to join this business and also to market this business everywhere in the world. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Good morning to you all. Yes, my name is Grace Akatuha. I'm the founder of Chikazi Agri-Products Limited. Chikazi means something beautiful, by the way. Where I come from, that is Western Uganda. That is what it means. I know sometimes here in Central it might sound something that is not good, but it means something beautiful. Why beautiful? Because growing up at a certain age, I saw my mother who was, they discovered that she had diabetes. And going to different hospitals, one of the things to manage the disease is to concentrate on foods that do not spike sugar levels. And among the foods that were highlighted, recommended by different doctors, millet stood out. And coming from Western Uganda, I've always seen millet has been available and plenty. It was that time that I really picked interest, that I saw millet is not just something that is so ordinary, but something that is extraordinary. To date, diabetes is an elephant in the room. We all know somebody who is battling the disease. And looking at the millet in different shops where we buy, you could find it is not something that is well cleaned. Sometimes you find some stones. So I looked at doing this millet extraordinary. Ensure that it is well cleaned and it is certified, because at the back of my mind, I knew most of the consumers already are people who are battling a certain condition. So I entered business with a quality and safety issue as a core or as something that I should put on the forefront. And over time, I've ensured that our product is UNBS certified. So millet is a superfood. Millet is here, but it has been forgotten for many times. And you find even most consumers, even as of to date, like 60% of my consumers, you find are people
who have gone to a hospital and maybe the doctor has recommended, oh, you do not have sufficient iron, or you need to take, you're lacking some zinc. So you find most of the consumers and people have a certain condition, maybe they're anemic or maybe they are battling cancer. So to me, my call is that we do not wait to be sick to consider nutrition or to consider feeding something that is nutritious when you're told to, but rather we need to start now. Our product is available in different supermarkets. It is UNBS certified, and we are undergoing ISO certification. That is International Standards certification. Beyond millet, we also do cassava. And cassava, we all know cassava, it has been here, but recently I saw in the National Development Plan, it has also been highlighted as the most, second to bananas, it has been highlighted to be with a lot of potential. Why cassava? Cassava is a good substitute also for wheat. It is gluten-free, so nutritious, locally available, locally sourced, and in doing that, it means we are also impacting the farmers who are growing it locally. Our cassava flour is also called chikazi, fine cassava flour, and it is UNBS certified. Ladies and gentlemen, join the millet revolution. We know super grains, superfoods are for us. We don't need to be told when we are sick. Let us start now. Thank you so
Good morning, everyone. My name is LUMUMBA. I am the founder of Maisha Safi Enterprises. Maisha Safi is Swahili for good life, and what is good life without good food? So at Maisha Safi, we are found in Mbale. We add value to cereals, grains, fruits, and vegetables. When I was 20 years old, when I was going to university, I became a mom, if I could finish school. And I am among the few girls who get to go back to school after getting pregnant before finishing school. But when I was juggling between being a mother and going to school, I faced a lot of challenges with feeding my son. And most of the challenges that I faced were food-related illnesses. So we spent a lot of time in the hospital back and forth instead of me concentrating in school. So that is when I came up with the Abraham series. Abraham is the name of my son, so it's Genesis, that's why I named it this way. I started giving him oats porridge. And from the oats porridge, I was just cooking it. Then I noticed, okay, if I cook it and then I go to school, by the time I come back in the evening, it is spoiled. It has gone bad because the maid maybe is not taking care of the porridge well, or the flask was not washed well. So I came up with a dehydrated instant snack. So this oats snack has pumpkin seeds, it has peanuts, it has sim-sim, it is filled with all those nuts and seeds that you would require. It also has soya that you would require for your child to have a nutritious meal. And from this instant cereal, we also have an instant porridge. So in Uganda, over 50% of the food that we produce goes to waste before it reaches the market. And for me who comes from the Elgon region, some of the reasons are because the roads are bad, the weather is unpredictable. Like today for Kampala, for example, you have good roads, but today several of us did not make it here on time because of the rain. So in the Elgon region and Uganda in general, there's a lot of issues to do with weather, with bad roads, then even skills. The farmers don't know how to add the shelf life of these foods as they're waiting for access to the market. And then in the same country where 50% of food goes to waste, we have a modern working population that does not have time to prepare a healthy meal. You're a journalist, you're here, you're coming from this press conference, you're going to another one. In between there, you don't have enough time to prepare yourself a snack. This is where the instant porridge comes in. You just put it in hot water or even yogurt or cold water and you have a meal. The cereal, it has all the nuts, the seeds and the dry fruits that you need, and you're having a healthy meal in between, you juggling your 9 to 5 job. And then also have a dehydrated vegetables. So you know how they tell us you have to eat your vegetables, eat your vegetables, eat your vegetables. But for most of us who are the working class, it takes a lot of time. For example, this is dried gobe. For you to eat gobe, you will have to leave here, go to Nakasero or pass by the roadside, buy your gobe, take it home, then you have to sit and remove it from the stem, and then you have to clean it. All that work at Maisha Safi, we have done it for you. So you end up with a clean, shelf life, added product that you can just put in the saucepan, put your nuts, and have it. So that way, we are giving you a nutritious meal. We are also giving you convenience, and the product is available and affordable for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We are about to finish, so just give us a few more minutes. We're almost done.
My name is Florence Support. I'm the founder and the managing director of Yellow Star Produce and Food Processor. Yellow Star Food Produce and Food Processor started actually a long way in 1997 as a result of fighting malnutrition among the orphans and vulnerable children from northern Uganda. I worked as a social worker at the Uganda Episcopal Conference and with the Zambia Hospital. You know, Uganda Episcopal Conference has the medical bureau and they run most of the activities in school. So us being there as a national social worker and coordinator of the orphans program, we had a feeding for vulnerable children, children from northern Uganda, and children suffering from HIV. And I was tasked with feeding the children, the malnourished children. Because in Uganda, in every family, there are about 8 to 10 children or 10 members of the family. So as a staff working at the national office, we got some funding from USAID, and that funding could not help to possess all the nutritious food we wanted for the children. So I came up with an idea, and I told my administrators that I come from northern Uganda, where millet is our staple food. The first food they give a woman who has produced is millet flour. This millet flour is the first porridge and the first food for a woman. And it increases breast milk. For those who don't know, it increases breast milk. And then the peanut butter is the first source which a child takes. When the child takes it after 6 months, no child start to eat any solid food below the age of 6 months. Why? Because the stomach is not yet able to digest the food. So when the woman is cooking beans, the soup of the bean is spiced with peanut butter. And then we brought in the peanut butter, original peanut butter. And with my experience, I am a farmer. I started when I was a child. I learned how to know peanut butter without aflatoxin. You can select, when our grandfather was doing that, and grandmother, we thought they didn't know what they were doing. They would sort out the tiny peanut butter. There are qualities of peanut butter there, and they throw it away for the chicken. And they were very sweet. For us, the young children would run again for that one, because it's more sweeter than the bigger grain rich. And from there, I learned. From that time, when I started producing this, other staff demanded, said, we also need this product, it's so good. Then I started producing it from Uganda'S Episcopal Conference, where I worked for 25 years, and I retired in 2018 to join my company and my products. So I'm doing so many products. This is not the only one. We have the baby, we have this. I have 17 different types of porridge. So I couldn't carry it all here. And I believe in quality and affordable. It is my cry to all the Ugandans. Let us produce quality products, which is affordable. Today, there's so many porridge, which is in the market, and they are all with flavors. They are having terrible smell, and they are deceiving the community that this is milk, this is soya, when it is not. And these are chemicals which are sold, and the family, the parents, are all buying these porridges, and is what is full in the market, in the shops, and that's what they're feeding on their children. If we are talking of producing nutritious quality products to fight cancer, to fight all these diseases we are talking about, how sure are we that those products which we are producing is not going to create that sickness? This is my appeal to all those who are doing value addition to cereals. The time I started producing my porridge, there was only a few Maganju and his brother East Africa. Those were the people. But today, Uganda also have, the government has projects, they have all these institutions supporting, especially women, we are very lucky. They are supporting us to increase income, to create jobs. Those things are there happening in all the government institutions. But how are we looking at quality? So quality, UNBS tries, we fear UNBS, why? Because our products are not of good quality, and where we are doing our production from is also not good, not clean enough for producing quality, nutritious food. It is only not the nutrients of this product. The quality begins from right where we start our production, processing from before we come to the market. So as we are bringing our products to the market, let us also look at where are we producing from. And me, one of my passion is that my products are of quality, they are original, no adhesive, and then I know if I produce bad quality, my mother is going to buy, my sister will buy, my friend will buy. So when I visit their home, I will also consume the product. And this is what guides my quality, to produce quality products. These are affordable, they are nice, and I think I'm the cheapest even in peanut butter in the supermarket when you look at Yellow Star's products. We also produce, because of the quality and really our processing plan, how it is, I've been able to produce for the refugees. Remember when there was a story about Karamoja children dying of porridge? My porridge was recommended for the feeding of Karamoja. So for the last 2 years, we are giving porridge to Karamoja. We are giving to Kabala Referral Hospital. We are in the Hoima Referral Hospital. We are in Gulu Referral Hospital. We are with a Dutch company that sells through the district health team of Uganda. So Yellow Star is found everywhere through other people who source from me. Thank you so much for listening to us. Quality is what we stand for. We also have honey. I forgot about honey.
It's okay. Let's have butter, and then we'll have the RUMEES. We have fried fish as well. So now 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Biso Martha, the founder and CEO of Vimaje Enterprises Limited. I'm sure most of you could be asking, what is Vimaje? It is a special phrase, making our product special. It is a combination of names of the special people in my life or in our family's lives. So it makes this product so special, made with love and passion. We produce peanut butter, organic, without any additive, only groundnuts and simsim, and also have honey. What are the benefits of peanut butter? It is natural, nutritious, with good calories, proteins, and natural fat. You don't get worried when you have it. And then honey, we all know about honey. It is a remedy for so many illnesses and diseases. So when you consume that too, you're on a safer side. We produce from Bombo. I welcome all of you to come and check on our facility. Please come and check on us. We shall welcome you. We are in Bombo town on Kalagala Road. Where to find us? We are in different supermarkets in Nakaseke, in Nowero, in Wai. So we haven't yet come to town that much, but we are penetrating. With your help and your visibility, we shall reach here as well. It's affordable. We pack in different packages. We have 800 grams, we have 400 grams, we have 250 grams, 1 kilogram. We have the family pack of 5 kilograms, 3 kilograms. Whatever you tell us to do is what we do for you. You're almost welcome to check on us. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, we just have 2 more him and then the last person, and we are done. Thank you for your patience.
You're welcome, Tuma.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Trace from Athari Ventures. As we all know, Uganda grows one of the most sweetest fruits packaged with a lot of vitamins, the nutritions we are talking about. But the challenge we have, all 40% of these fruits, they rot before they reach the plate, before they are consumed by the ones who are talking about people having the nutrition they're supposed to get. Now, this is where Athari comes in. We deal in a variety of fruits and vegetables. We try apple bananas, we try mangoes, we try tomatoes, we try jackfruits, and we use solar dryers. We don't use the electric dryers, where we put on tarpaulins, because when you put them there, some of the values get away from there. But we use solar dryers to keep the nutrition, the vitamins that are supposed to be in the fruits. And here, what does it mean to a mother? A mother gets snacks and all the food values for their children. For the schools, the kids get all the food values they're supposed to get, and they access them in the right most way they're supposed to get them. The food values are all kept in there. And all these products, all the fruits that we dry, they can last for over a year. That is 12 months plus. That means we are helping the kids, the parents, and all the people to get the food values they're supposed to get, the vitamins, the proteins in all these fruits. We are located in Kasangati along Gaza Road. And all our dried fruits can be accessed in supermarkets. And they are very much affordable. We package in 50 grams, 100 grams, 1 kilogram. So in any amount of money that you have, you can easily access these fruits. Let's work together. Let's work with Athari Ventures to reduce malnutrition. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. The last lady, and then we're done. One more lady, and we're done.
I would like to thank you so much for this opportunity. My name is Miriam Akwaramazma. I'm the founder and CEO of Glow Revolution Limited, which produces Mima nutritious porridge flour. Glow Revolution Limited started officially in 2018, but we started way back in 2012. I started it as a hobby. I love children. One time I wanted flour for my young baby, and I was looking for millet porridge specifically, and I found it mixed with sand, cassava, sorghum. I'm from Western Uganda. I've grown up taking millet, so I know what millet porridge is. So when I looked at it, I was like, no. I sent for some little flour from the village, and it was a little much. I shared with friends. They ordered for more. I ordered for 20 kgs. The next time it was 50. I started business. I'm a teacher by profession. I had to resign because I realized that I can still minister to children by feeding them on a nutritious product. So that's how, with that interest, I started discovering that actually we can do a number of products which can boost children's health. Now, we have a number of composite flours. For those with children that have issues with appetite, with immunity, there are some mothers who are concerned about the weight of their children. Mima porridge is the product. Because we do natural, we don't put any additives. Like my sister just said, you find most mothers are asking you, but for you, your product doesn't have a flavor, it doesn't have milk. But the truth is, if someone was put milk in this porridge, then a kilo would go for over 10K. Now, me as someone who works with local women farmers, I grew up from the village. I love women, I love the village people. I saw the hustle. So when I got an advantage and opportunity to get somewhere where I am, I thought I should do something that can support the woman back in the village. So I get my ingredients of rice, soya, millet, the pumpkin that we put in our porridges from the village. Now, when we get those ingredients, we prepare them, clean them, we mill, and then we package this nutritious product. We don't add any flavors to our porridges. So we do nutritious porridges, it's a variety. We focus mainly on children, like I said, but we also make for the elderly. You know, at a certain age, the old people start having issues with the muscles, with the bones. We do a great nutritious product, which has in pumpkin seed, it has in oats, and it has millet. Millet is a game changer when you add it to the pumpkin and the oats. So our products are really nutritious. We also don't forget women, especially the pregnant and breastfeeding mothers. Because our product is nutritious, we know what it means when a mother is carrying and the nutrients that they really need when they are breastfeeding. So we have a special product for them. Now, those are the main three categories that we focus on: the children, the mothers, and the elderly. But we also have a family product. We don't leave anyone behind. We have a family product which has oats, rice, and soya, and it's great. Our products can be accessed almost everywhere, even beyond Uganda. Of recent, we partner with Made in Uganda, which does free delivery of Mima products. You can imagine, even when you're in Barara or in Gulu, wherever you are, You just order for 2 Mima products, you will just pay 14,000 and it will be delivered to you. We are in most supermarkets, we are on most social media platforms as Mima Nutritious Porridge. So please, reach out to us and you will be sorted. It's been an opportunity. I am really glad to be part of this because for me, nutrition means a lot. Supporting the person behind, right from the mother down. That is why even our products are affordable, because we want to make sure that even that woman, where we get the millet from, can afford our product to feed their children. So thank you so much. Please support us. Come and let's make sure that our children, our mothers, our elderly are all healthy and they are all taking nutritious products. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So those of you that were asking why the women, I think you can see the passion and innovation and creativity that the women bring to the table. So as a one, we are very proud to be associated with women because for them nutrition is a heart issue. Been convinced to carry on the cause that has brought us here today. Have a lovely day. Can we have a group photo, ladies? Yes. Please come to the front for a group photo.
Yes, madam.
Yes, madam. Group photo, let's come to the front, ladies. Please come. Time up. Time. You can come with a product if you want. So bye.